The grand jury investigating the death of Drew Peterson's third wife and the disappearance of his fourth wife have called Peterson's very own 15-year-old son. Peterson telling local reporters he's upset that his son was put through 4 hours of questioning. This as pictures surfaced in the National Enquirer showing Drew Peterson allegedly partying with the ladies at a local bar. The investigation into Kathleen Savio's dry bathtub drowning heating up. State police tearing out the bathtub from the house where Savio died.
And to top it all off, in addition to his son, his 15-year-old son, having to testify in front of a grand jury thanks to Dad being under suspicion, photos of him turn up. Oh, here they are. Nice shot. But that's not your wife. These are from the National Enquirer. Their authenticity has not been challenged. Here is Drew Peterson out having a great night at a bar, taking celebrity photos with all the ladies. Shouldn't he be looking for his dead wife? Out to Kathy Cheney with the Chicago Defender. What's the latest with the 15-year-old boy testifying in front of the grand jury?
Well, his 15-year-old son was called yesterday before the grand jury about the disappearance of his stepmom, Stacy, and about the dry bathtub death of his mom, Kathleen Savio, 4 years ago. And Drew is upset about that. He said that he only agreed to have his two teenage sons be interviewed last year at the Will County Child Advocacy Center, contingent upon them not being called to the grand jury. But now he feels that Illinois State Police thumbed their nose at his request.
Well, you know, to Joe Hosey, reporter with the Herald News and author of Fatal Vows, Joe, that's not his decision. Children have to come testify. It's never a good thing, but little children have to come testify in the interest of justice.
Absolutely, you're right, and I'm sure that they treated them in a sensitive manner. In fact, the spokesman for Jim Glasgow stressed that the children were treated well. Drew and Brodsky both told me that they had cut this deal with the state police. They told me, I think, in the end of February, right after they went on Matt Lauer's Today Show, that they had cut a deal with the state police, and they were annoyed about it then because that's when the children were actually subpoenaed. I think they've been kind of trying to delay it, fight it, but I guess Tom went Thursday.
Do we have any idea what his testimony was, Joe?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Right.
I mean, I have no idea what his testimony might have been, or they were asking about Kathleen or Stacy or both. I really don't know. I think Chris will be coming up soon in the next couple of weeks.
I think you're right, Joe. With me, Joe Hosey and Kathy Cheney, too. Pam Bosco, the Stacy Peterson family spokesperson. Pam, what was their reaction to the boy having to testify at grand jury?
We're great. We're very pleased that he actually went and finally got a chance to go before the grand jury. You know, and I was going to say Mr. Drew Peterson should have done his job right the first time, being the great father and dad that he is, and not pled the fifth when he went before the grand jury. Maybe his son wouldn't have had to go.
You know what? You're absolutely correct. Out to the lines, Julia in South Carolina. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Nancy.
What's your question, dear?
Well, first of all, we love you, Nancy. I just want to tell you that. You and your family.
Thank you very much.
My question to you is how it is that we're not keeping him quiet and don't have a gag order on him. He keeps running his mouth on TV, but he don't want his children to testify. Looks like he's getting rich off these interviews.
You know, to Penny Douglas Furr and Daniel Horowitz, you know, it is a case of the pot calling the kettle black, Penny. He's talking all over the place, but he doesn't want anybody else to talk.
I think he just doesn't want his children to talk. That's not the same thing as an adult, and there's really no case. So where could a judge put a gag order? There's no case yet.
And Dan Horowitz, there is no father-son privilege.
None at all, Nancy. I mean, this kid can testify against his father, which he certainly is doing, and Drew can complain all he wants, but he's got nothing that he can do about it.
Everyone, we were taking
But I'll tell you something.
We're taking your calls live, everybody, but right now, to CNN Heroes.